everyone, this is Lexi and welcome back with another video. In today's video, we are going to talk about ways on how to earn a lot of Jorvik Shillings. Without any further ado, let's just get into it. My first tip is taking care of two horses, and we'll get into why in a second. First of all, I just wanted to say that this is a voiceover, so if something doesn't sync up, I apologize in advance. Anyways, let's get into it. Taking care of horses instead of hiring a stable girl can save you star coins, but I only recommend doing that instead if you don't need all your horses to be fast. Now let's get into what horses you should care for and why. This obviously isn't going to earn you your Jorvik Shillings just yet, but it's a step towards it. The first horse I recommend taking care of is the horse you are currently in the process of training. The reason behind it is that you can do races faster with it, so it ends up saving you time and is less annoying. The second horse I recommend taking care of is a fully maxed horse. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not entirely sure which horse is currently the fastest in Star Stable, but I just like to take care of the Connemara because it's still one of my favorites and it can participate both in normal championships as well as the pony championship, so it will do. It will also get you around Jorvik faster for some of the methods we'll talk about later on. Also, just a quick side note, I accidentally skipped a day or two, so I'm not sure if my horses are fully happy, but it's fine. Number 1. Doing races. Doing races can earn you a lot of Jorvik Shillings as well as horse XP. Perfect for when you want to train your horse but also earn money at the same time. I often find myself training for long sessions without noticing it and all of a sudden realizing that I've collected a lot of Jorvik Shillings in the meantime. I personally enjoy training a lot. Perfect for when you want to watch something on Netflix maybe, or just chill in a call with someone while you do it and you're the type of person whose hands also need to be distracted or just need to do something on the side. If you want me to make a video about my training route or go more in depth on how I stay motivated and interested in the training even after I've trained like 80 or something horses, let me know and I will happily do that. Number 2. Stable chores. I know it might sound kinda meh at first, but it's pretty good money relatively fast if you add it all up. For the sake of this video, I'll spend all my Jorvik Shillings because it's not a lot anyways, and see how much we can get in the end. I'll use the trailer to get around faster, but I'll write it down every time and add it up at the end. You can obviously make a route and run instead of using the trailer, but I figured that I personally would prefer that extra time it saves me instead of that few Jorvik Shillings I lose along the way. So now that I'm finally finished with every single stable chore, I got a total of 810 Jorvik Shillings. Plus, if you add up the trailer, which cost 225, the total profit would have been 1035 Jorvik Shillings. And it took me only a total of 15 minutes. Number 3. Animals on Starshine Ranch. I'll quickly show you what route I personally like to do around it because I find it the easiest and fastest, and if I can't find an animal that way on a certain day, I don't really bother wasting time with it because at the end of the day it's not too much, and it can get pretty annoying to find animals, to be honest. Each animal gives 90 Jorvik Shillings, so if you find all 4 you can get 360 Jorvik Shillings relatively fast, although some of the animals can be pretty annoying to deal with. For example, the cow and the sheep, I can't, they just get on my nerves too fast. But yeah. I also recommend doing the races here at Starshine Ranch because they go pretty fast, and the group races give around 140 Jorvik Shillings, I'm pretty sure, while the ones you do solo gives around 40 maybe. Anyways, that's it for this point. Number 4. Championships. Championships have always been worth it if you were on the competitive side of Star Stable. You could sell the ribbons for a lot, but since they updated the rewards for championships, it became even more worth it to do them, even if you don't get first, second or third place, because they only take a few minutes and the participation reward is already 200 Jorvik Shillings. However, if you get a ribbon, you can sell it for even more. The first place ribbon is worth 600 Jorvik Shillings, the second place ribbon is worth 450 Jorvik Shillings, while the third place ribbon is worth 300 Jorvik Shillings. Participate in championships and you can accumulate a pretty nice amount of money. Even if you don't win, just participate every time and finish the championship. You can leave the reward then in your mail, and that way you can collect it there and do a big shopping spree eventually. The possibilities are really endless. Or you can just collect ribbons, and if a limited event comes in Star Stable maybe, where you have a limited time to collect a certain amount of Jorvik Shillings, and there you go. There's your little bank. Number 5. Daily quests. For this you have to experience around because some of them give a lot of Jorvik Shillings and some of them don't really. Also there are more annoying ones, but you can find some pretty enjoyable ones too. If you want, I can experience around once I'll have more time and find a good route of daily quests that are worth doing, although personally I prefer doing races because it also trains my horse. I know that a lot of people might prefer daily quests though. For this, it's also good to have a max level happy horse because that way you can get around quicker and it will go much faster. Number 6. Archaeology. I don't really go in depth into this topic in this video, but if you are into collecting stuff then you can get some pretty good rewards out of this. It can both be done in Dino Valley as well as in Epona I think, and you can exchange them in Furgrow, Newhill Crest and maybe in Next Stonegrounds camp as well. I'm not really sure though, it's been a while since I've done it. I personally don't really recommend selling the items individually because they don't really give as much Jorvik Shillings as it would if you would turn them in, although some of them have a pretty good price. Number 7. Selling items. I don't really have a clip of this, and I also left this as my last point because I personally only sold items once and I regret it. I just don't like the idea of buying something which you sell for less afterwards, but hey, each to their own, I don't judge. I think it's a pretty good way to get rid of things you might never use and make space and money for new items. It's just a personal preference not to do it, but if you're into it, feel free to do it. Alright guys, with all that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you feel like I left any points out, please let me know down below and I will make a more in-depth guide about it and include those points as well. Also, if you found this useful and would like to see more of my content, please consider subscribing because it only takes a few seconds and it means a lot to me. With that being said though, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!